शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यास विशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्रा येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवैत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्स सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। Small bhajans. नंद नंद नवनीत चोरानंद वृंदावन विहारी नंद नंदन नवनीत चोरानंद वृंदावन विहारी श्याम श्याम सुंदर मदन मोहन वृंदावन विहारी नंद वृंदावन विहारी नंद नंद नंदन वृंदावन विहारी Tune is not coming. Last we will chat. Okay. Chat it. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. No. Arjuna Uvacha. प्रकृतिं पुरुषं चैव क्षेत्र chant together. You will chant together. You want to repeat? What about others? Arjuna uvacha प्रकृतिं पुरुषं चैव क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञ एव च एतत् वेदितुमिच्छामि ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं च केशव श्रीभगवानुवाच इदं शरीरं कौन्तेय क्षेत्रमित्यभिधीयते एतद्यो वेत्ति तं प्राहुः क्षेत्रज्ञ इति तद्विदः क्षेत्रज्ञं चापि मां विद्धि सर्वक्षेत्रेषु भारत क्षेत्र क्षेत्रज्ञयोर्ज्ञानं यत्तज्ज्ञानं मतं मम तत्क्षेत्रं यच्छयादृक्ष यद्विकारि यतश्च यत् सचयो यत्प्रभावश्च तत्समासेन मे शृणु ऋषिभिर्बहुधा गीतं छन्दोभिर्विविधैः पृथक् ब्रह्मसूत्रपदैश्चैव हेतुमद्भिर्विनिश्चितैः महाभूतान्यहङ्कार बुद्धिरव्यक्तमेव च इन्द्रियाणि दशैकं च पञ्चचेन्द्रियगोचराः इच्छा द्वेषः सुखं दुःखं सङ्गातश्चेतना धृतिः एतत् क्षेत्रं समासेन अमानित्वमदं वित्वम् अहिंसा क्षान्तिरार्जवम् आचार्योपासनं शौचम् इन्द्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम् अनहङ्कार एव च जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि दुःखदोषानुदर्शनम् असक्तिरनभिष्वङ्गः पुत्रदारगृहादिषु नित्यं च समचित्त इष्टानिष्टोपपत्तिषु मयि चानन्ययोगेन अरतिर्जन संसति अध्यात्मज्ञाननित्यत्वं तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम् एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम् अज्ञानं यदतोऽन्यत ज्ञेयं यत्तत् प्रवक्ष्यामि यज्ञात्वा मोक्षादिमत्परं ब्रह्म न सत्तन्नासदुच्यते सर्वतः पाणिपादं तत् सर्वतः शिशिरोमुखं सर्वतः श्रुतिमल्लोके सर्वमावृत्य तिष्ठति सर्वेन्द्रियगुणाभासं सर्वेन्द्रियविवर्जितम् असक्तं सर्वभृच्छैव बहिरन्तश्च भूतानाम् अचरं चरमेव च सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयं दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तत् अविभक्तं च भूतेषु विभक्तमिव च स्थितं भूतभर्तृ च तज्ज्ञेयं ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते ये सर्वस्य विष्टितम् इति क्षेत्रं तथा ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं चोक्तं समासतः मद्भक्त एतद्विज्ञाय मद्भावायोपपद्यते प्रकृतिं पुरुषं चैव विकारांश्च गुणांश्चैव विद्धि प्रकृति संभवान् कार्यकारणकर्तृत्वे हेतु प्रकृतिरुच्यते पुरुषः सुख दुःखानां भोक्तृ हेतुरुच्यते. The items we have done among the Prakritim Purusha, Kshetram Kshetrajna, Jnanam Jneyam. So we started with Kshetram Kshetrajna. So this chapter is very popular because again and again Sri Krishna he revisioned. He goes back and finds out whether you have understood or not. So here it says, Iti Kshetram. Iti Kshetram. When I say Kshetram, how many items are there? In the Kshetram, 31 items are there. The equipments and their results is being explained. And the Jnanam here, 20 values of life. In spite of explaining, this is the Kshetrajna, Krishna explained, as I said, 20 values of life. Why 20 values of life? We are all one Kshetrajnas. Are we endowed with the what is asuric qualities or devika qualities? Asuric qualities, they are not fit for spiritual life. So when we go to the 16th chapter also, devika qualities. Devika, as you say, moksha, for devika qualities, moksha. That sloka is there. Devi sampadvi mokshaya. The asuri, it binds us to the world of objects. Abhayam sattva samshuddhi jnana yoga vyavasthiti. In the 16th chapter, 2-3 slokas, the devika qualities has been explained. Now lastly, Krishna says, Devi sampadvi mokshaya. Devi sampadvi, it is for the moksha. Masucha Arjuna, you are born in devika qualities. You read that 16th chapter. So what is our qualities? How much we are endowed with devika qualities, asurika qualities. Krodha parushya mevacha ajnanam jat. These asuric qualities born of ignorance. Ignorance means as soon as we are identified with the physical body, this comes to us. Hankaram, balam, darpam, kamam, krodham, parigraham. Krishna uses in the Bhagavad Gita, he is not kama, krodha, lobha, mada, moha, matsari. He explained here. Hankaram, balam, darpam, kamam, krodham, parigraham, vimuchya. When you renounce that, Brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Brahma with a prasannatma na shochati na kankshati. One who has attained to Brahma, he has no worries at all. Nor he is worried or he has any desire for the world of objects. Such people are fit for spiritual life. That is when he explains Kshetraja, he has got 20 values of life. Everyone has to practice. Bhagavad Gita, book of instruction. It is a book for all of us to practice. We know the glory of this. That is why Gurudev never went for any conversion. He said, I wanted to convert Hindus into Hinduism. When you study the Bhagavad Geeta, a Hindu will become a better Hindu. So, if Muslim reads it, he becomes a better Muslim. They also say if you read Quran, you will be better. Bhagavad Gita is a book of instruction and it should be practiced. That is why Amba Anusandadhami. To start with, we pledge, oh mother, I will strictly follow your instruction. Even as a spiritual, religious way, even if we come to our daily life. A doctor, if he studies this Bhagavad Gita, he becomes a better doctor. He knows how to handle all the work. An engineer, better engineer. All of us to handle the thing. Karmanyevadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. So we have right only to act and you have no right to look to the fruit. So when you are performing any karmas, you have to perform duty as best as your capacity and capability. Duty comes to you, Gurudev says, it is a gift from the Lord. And that duty, how you have to perform, not looking at the fruit, but best as your capacity and capability. And Lord, when He is observing, He has got, He is doing best, so He will not leave you spiritual life, He will lift us to the spiritual life. So this is the 20 values of life. I said, not the other thing, asakti rana vishwanga, asakti rana vishwanga. No attachment, no identification with what? 3 things. What it is? Wife, son, and the house. You are so much attached to these things, whatever happens to you. I gave the example of flowers. Have you got an attachment? We love the flowers, but no attachment. We love the sun, we have no attachment. So here also, you love your wife, love your son, love, it is not attachment. You have got the duties to them. Don't Gurudev used to perform weddings in the ashram. All the devotees from Kuwait and they all will come. Swamiji, we want our daughter's wedding, son's wedding in your presence. So when the wedding takes place, he calls them both. He will tell to the bride, don't demand anything from him. And so the bridegroom, don't demand anything. The love behind, demand behind the love, that is the, what it is called, most. Love for love's sake. So iti kshetram tata jnanam. What has to be known? See, I explained 3 knowledges are there. In the beginning I explained newspaper knowledge, university knowledge. University knowledge only to earn and spend. But the knowledge of the self, it saves you in this life to live a right way of life. And it will not be end here, it will go with you. Next. Now next comes when Prakriti and Purusha. How much you have identity with your own self? Have you got an identity? No. My identity and physical body, first thing. So, jnayam, this has to be known. When I say jnayam, what it is? Sarvata panipadam tatu. He is He is walking through all the legs. When the legs are moving, he is not moving. When hands are moving, he is not moving. When the mind is running, he is not running. They all, when the action in our body takes place, nothing happens to him. He remains the same in all the periods of time, past, present, and the future. Where he is? Within, without. He is in and out. Sarvam avritya tishtati. Choktam samasatah. I explained to you, Arjuna, now what is kshetra, what is kshetrajna, 20 values of life, and what has to be named mad bhakta. I am repeating. That is why in the 4th chapter, bhaktosi sakhacha. You are my devotee and you are my friend. So I will explain to you the very secret knowledge. A bhakta has totally surrendered his ego at the feet of the Lord. And we cannot show our ego to our guru and to our Ishtadevata. No ego can. What is that ego? As far as don't be proud of with what you have and what you are. This is the first thing in the noble values Krishna explains. Have humility. Mad bhakta. Having known these, what is kshetram, what has to be known. Etad vijnaya. Vijnaya means it is not intellectual understanding. And when well established in the what has to be known, jnayam, close your eyes, you see him. He is there in all the activities within me, without everything. Knowing him, as you think, so your mind becomes. Mad bhava upapadyate. What is my bhava? What is my being? It is not that I worship Lord Vishnu, so I will have also Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma and Vanamala walking up and down. It is only for the beginners. This is the highest philosophy. You start with that. Attain to my being. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat avyakta murti, 9th chapter. This whole jagat is pervaded by me in my unmanifested form. There is no place where I am not. There is no time when I am not. That is big. Madbhava upapadyate. So this is concluded. Now next we have done also Prakriti and Purusha. Both are anadi. I have explained what is Prakriti is. Starting from Vasana down, it is called the Prakriti. Who is Purusha? He is the Purusha. As long as this Prakriti goes, the Om, the reality will also continue, it has to go. Vidyanadi Ubhavapi, both are anadi. When it is said, that has to be known, anadimat param brahma. Jneyam etat pravakshami, jneyam etat pravakshatmi, yajnatva moksha se, not moksha, amritam ashnati. He is anadimat. That mati is used, that Brahman is beginningless, next it is endless. And innate middle is also negated. Anadi madhyanta vihinam. So here Prakriti is only beginningless. Why beginningless? Because we do not know when or then those two came into being. It is beyond time. We cannot calculate it. Many of them they ask, if you are Brahman, how these, when they came into being? How the time is measured? Measuring time. In the point A, there is no, what it is called. And the point B comes, the distance between A and B is 3 inches and 4 inches. In the A, there is no distance. Only when the B came into being, distance between A and B is, I say, 5 inches. If another Purusha is there, when the first desire came, there was no time. Where from it came, we do not know. Time is measured when the second desire comes. Second, what is the unit of time? What is the unit of time? Second. It is not first. The distance between the, what it is called, first thought, second, two thoughts is called the time. This distance between two events is called the time. So he is born on such a date and expired on such a date. So that length is called the time. So here he says, both are anadi. You do not know what time they came into being. So in all these births, when I came into being, I cannot calculate. But nature, they say, Prakriti is, one notice it, vikaramscha gunamschaiva. Vikara means modification. Whole structure is in the realm of change. My vasanas are also constantly changing. And if you live more and more self-interest, the vasana becomes increased. Then how to, reduce our vasanas? The same self-centered action change into selfless action. By that you can reduce. But if you live, because whole life I lived only as an animal, as a plant, after human being also self-centered. See, vasana is changing. Our body is also changing. See, our body is the part and parcel of total form. And the question of individuality comes, there totality is there. All the bodies, forms, I explained yesterday, put together is called Virata Purusha, Sahasra Shirsha Purusha, Sahasraksha, Sahasraphat, and all the minds and intellects put together is the Hiranyagarbha. All the vasanas put together is called the Maya. From the blade of grass up to the creator Brahma. The creator Brahma has got also vasana. What is his vasana? To create. That is also vasana. All these vasana put together, see, is called the Maya. My vasana is part and parcel of the total vasanas. My body is part and parcel of total forms. See, it is connected to the totality. As an individual, I am the PFT. As a totality, Jivatma is Paramatma. What is the equipment of the Paramatma? What is the equipment of the Jivatma? Equipment of the Paramatma is total body, total mind, total intellect. Equipment of individual is one body, one mind, one intellect. See, I have got these vasanas. As long as the vasanas are there, the PFT is victim of his own vasanas. He has no other way. Knowingly, unknowingly, he has to live only as a vasana. Now when we go to the totality, Paramatma or Ishvara when it comes, Ishvara is the Lord of Maya. PFT and Maya, totality, Jivatma and Paramatma. He is the Lord of Maya. Maya only is a helper, or you understand? He only works for the Lord. So if we have got little vasana, we are subject to our little vasana as well as total vasana, Maya. One little vasana if we have got, then I have explained, this total Maya, she comes in the kit of magic and she, with the magic stick, exactly according to your vasanas, she will create a world. So here it is said, Purusha and Prakriti. They are, because with the Purusha, without the Purusha, the Prakriti has no existence. They have to go together. So, Vikaramsya Gunams Chaiva, Prakriti has got gunas. Which are the gunas I explained? Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. What type of vasana you have got? Is it sattvic, is it rajasic, or it is tamasic? Yajante satvikan devan yaksharaksham se rakshasaha pretan ganam chaiva yajante tamasajana. Sattvic people, they worship Deva, Dvija, Guru, Prajnam. You understand? Sattvic people, they worship Deva, Dvija, Guru, Prajnam. Rajasic people, they worship Rakshasas and those people. Tamasic people, why they worship Petas, Bhuta, Pishachis? They are engaged with all those black magic. Tamasic people, they are engaged. Mantra, Tantra and Yantra, these are all tamasic. Which category you belong? So when Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, when it is said, the Gita will ask you, which category you belong? Are you Sattvic or Rajasic or Tamasic? Analyze. So if you are tamasic, there is a technique how to raise yourself to Rajasic. And if you are Rajasic, there is a technique to raise yourself for Sattvic. And Sattvic is not the goal of life. So you have to transcend this Sattvic and go to your own essential nature. So this whole thing, we are all conditioned by these gunas, and whole is in the realm of change. Object, my son. My son, when the son is born, he is only a stranger. Slowly he is introduced to you. My son, my son, my son. He will grow, he will become a teenager, then youth, get married and go away. The change. Outside emotion also. There also. Exactly, intellect think the thoughts. According to thoughts, our thoughts are also constant, because when they are changing, the test will also change. This is the nature of Prakriti. And this Prakriti is inert and insentient. Just like the stone on the roadside. In India, after the school, the 7, 8, 10 years old boys, they walk. And there is a mango tree, it's the season of mango. One bunch, so many mangoes. And when these children, they say they have got to do something. One stone is lying down there. It is inert and insensate. But see, they pick up the stone and one hit it is yours. For one stone, how many mangoes he will get? He invoke that power in the stone. See, we have got the body, mind and intellect, they're changing. They cannot change by themselves. He has to constantly illumine the whole structure. He said he is the Sakshi. He is Sakshi. Sakshi means what? You go to the court and give what? Evidence. Here it is not, he is Sakshi of them. He is unconcerned, unattached Sakshi. Sun rises and he sets. And while he is moving, does he look down? What is going on Dallas? What is going on New York? Just is down. Unconcerned and unattached rises and he sets. We all depend upon his light and heat. You can use, men may come, men may go, but I go on forever. Like that, he is standing there. On the street light is there. They switch on at 6 o'clock and next morning switch off. Now under this street light, 8 o'clock, Bharat goes. Wedding procession. 2 bands, everybody dancing and goes. At 10 o'clock, Ram Nam Sat Hai, Ram Nam, under the same thing. And at 12 o'clock, a murderer, he drags his victim, stabs under the light and throws the body and gives it. At 2 o'clock, a thief who has looted the house and tied with the sari, he comes under the and sees what all things are there. Mandala. And at 6 o'clock, 2 lovers are talking under the same. How I respond? When the wedding procession is going on, if I am a bachelor, I will have 3 bands for myself. When the Ram Nam Satya going, look, I respond to all those things. But how and when what is called 6 o'clock, when the 2 lovers are talking there, by 7 o'clock, the whole village comes to know. See our tongue. But how the light responds to all these activities. Everything takes place under the light, unconcerned and unattached. Similarly, he is there within us. Without him, no action in the physical world, what is called Prakriti, can do. So here it is said, with the Prakriti Sambhavan, Vikaramscha Gunamschaiva. Next verse also I have done. I am repeating it again because yesterday was something happened. So, Karya Karana Kartrutve, Hetu prakritirvichyate. Karya is equipments. Karana is the vasanas. So vasanas, when they are dropped in the intellect, it becomes the desires, and the same desire drops in the mind, agitations, and same thing when it's dropped in the physical body, it becomes the action. Now exactly according to my vasana, I have got desires. And the desires, agitation also, they are all controlled by my vasanas. And physical body also functions exactly according to my vasanas. At 6:30 in the evening, when you come from the office, what vasana you have got? If you have got vasana of drinking, you will bring the bottle and the glass and sit and drink. But if you have got vasana of the Gita, you cannot stay there, you run here and come back. Exactly according to the vasana, this body functions. So here he says, vasana. But he is only illuminator. All these functions. What type of vasana? All these sukha, dukkha. You are explained. What is the result of? We have got vasana, likes and dislikes. When the object I like comes, I become happy. When the object is I don't come, I am unhappy. This experience can take place only when he eliminates the whole structure. Karya karana kartutve hetu prakritirvichyate. Sukha dukkhanam bhoktritve. And sukha dukkha, purusha here it is heturuchyate. Bhoktritve heturuchyate. Purusha becomes. He is. Now, next verse. Purusha prakriti stohi. Bhungte prakriti jan gunan. Karanam gunasangosya. Sadasadyoni janmasu. Purusha prakriti stohi. Bhungte prakriti jan gunan. Karanam gunasangosya. Sadasadyoni janmasu. Now explain, as long as Prakriti is there, Purusha is there. The Purusha only a illuminator. Now here it is said, Purusha Prakriti staha. Seated in Prakriti. Seated on the chairs, seated on the carpet. Bhungte Prakriti jan gunan. That Purusha, due to the identification with the Prakriti, and whatever happens to the Prakriti, he has to experience. Purusha Prakritistaha Bhungte Prakriti jan gunan. What is the guna I have got as the vasanas? Is it sattva? Is it rajas? Is it tamas? Urdvam gachanti sattvastaha madhyam tishtanti rajasaha jaganya gunavrattistaha adho gachanti tamasa. Sattvic people, here sadhasadyoni janma it explained. According to your quality, in your what type of, are you tamasic? Are you rajasic? Are you tamasic? Sattva, it takes us to higher, and it can also, we can release ourselves. if you properly use these sattvic qualities. You can rightly meditate because mind is calm and quiet. That much of attraction to the world of object is not there. You can meditate, and if it is rightly meditate, this sattva, it is not sattva is helping you, yourself will with and urdhvam gacchanti sattva. Madhyam tishtanti rajasaha. Among the rajasaha, rajasic people have one bundle of desires, and these rajasic qualities, it pulls you in the karma. More the vasana, more the desires, more agitation, and then physical body more. Maximum vasanas, maximum desires, maximum agitation, and body is functioning vigorously. It is functioning because it has to fulfill all those desires. And then tamas, it is said, those who live according to the instinct and impulses. Who lives according to the instinct and impulses? The animals. If we live also according to the instinct and impulses, in Ramayana also, what is that name? Savitri? Who becomes a stone? Ahalya. You behaved like you were a pativrata and your intellect is sharp, and anybody coming in my form, you are not able to recognize whether it is me or somebody else. You are identified with the physical body. Physical body is just like a stone, now become the stone. Don't you say that why you were standing like a stone there? Don't you tell that? Are you a donkey? Are you an elephant? Are you a pig? Don't we call it? Because their mental condition, Gurudev used to say, two-legged pig, look, two-legged mosquitoes, two-legged, because mental condition is like that. So whatever form you think daily life. So to that world you will enter. So here it is said, Karanam guna sangosya Purusha prakriti staha, and is a prakriti is sattva guna. So if I identify live with the sattvic, then you will go to higher. But if my vasanas are rajasic, if I identify with the rajasic qualities, you will be here roaming about, engaged with so much. Tamasic concentrated, tamasic Kumbhakarna. Kumbhakarna was also, he is grouped as the Rakshasa. The Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, I have explained the ratio. 90% Tamas. He did tapas in order to become Nityam. You know his size? As tall as a coconut tree, as fat as a mountain. How much food is required for him? And it was all supplied by Ravana, thinking that one day he will be helpful. He goes and does tapas. And such a monstrous being, if he lives in the world permanently, what will happen? All the devatas ran hither, either. Then they end up in Narada. Look, he is doing tapas to become me. And what Narada did, he ran to Saraswati. Because he is now tapas is coming to an end, and Brahma has got only to give the boon, and that boon to remove, either Shiva has to come or Vishnu has to come. So Saraswati now he has done, and Brahma is standing in front of him. Kumbhakarna, what do you want? By the time Saraswati is Vagadishtatri at the tongue, and he opened his mouth, what to say? Nityam. And that Nityam she made is as Nidra. And after Nidra, suddenly got up, uttered the Nidra, and Brahma also Tatastu as this. So he said, whole life I have to sleep. That is what you have asked. Why not you give me some lease? See, I will lease you. 6 months he will sleep, and one day he will awake. And in that one day, he has to fill his belly with so many things. All the fishes will be removed from this because he has to sleep. And then, unaware of anything outside. Now look at, Rama has come and the war is going on. In that war, one after the other they are gone. Even all the sons of Ravanas have gone, all of them have gone. None. Even then Mandodari comes and he advises, at least now stop the war. He says, I am a Kshatriya. I will not surrender to anybody. Now who is remaining? That fellow, snoring. It was only 3 months. Now orders, bring him here. Now how to make him get up? In they show the what sound, even thunder, whatever, nothing. And if anybody goes in front of him, when he breathes out, they will be 2 kilometers away. How to make him get up? So the plan was made. They brought one big fish and stuffed with masala and nicely fried, you see. And they brought slowly to the nose when he breathing in. Immediately open the eyes and snatched his fish and he ate. Then slowly, why you are disturbing me? Now you are disturbing because war is going on. That Rama from Ayodhya has come. See, it's little sattva is there. Rama, he is the avatar of Lord Vishnu. Why he should come? Because your brother kidnapped his wife. His wife? She is the mother of the universe. Why he became awakened? No. He rushes to Ravana. He wanted to advise him. My brother, why you have brought them? That is not your concern. Now only war is going on. Go and fight and kill them. Then he says, you are not listening to me. I know that I will be killed in the war, in that foe. But if I am killed, you surrender to him. Then one thing he says, if you don't go, I will cut off all your food. There's some tamasic people, they don't work, they don't earn. Only others have to look after them. Look at it, that is tamasic. So that is how he advises, and he is killed, and after Ravana is also killed. Now analyze yourself. The sattva, rajas and tamas is explained to you to which category you belong, and having analyzed, Are we sattva? Don't worry. Are you tamasic? Don't worry. You lift yourself to rajasic. And rajasic people also need not worry. Lift yourself sattvic. Your karma alone will help. What type of vasana? Sada satyoni janmasu. Now here it is explained, Purusha Prakriti Staha seated. See, next sloka it is next Prakriti Staha. Upadrashtanumanta cha Bharta Bhokta Maheshwaraha Paramatmeti chapyuktaha Dehesmin Purusha Paraha Upadrashtanumanta cha Bharta Bhokta Maheshwaraha Paramatmeti chapyuktaha Dehesmin Purusha Paraha. Here Purusha Prakriti Staha. The Purusha totally seated in the Prakriti. Where is this Purusha? In all of us, the same Purusha is there. Here, percentage of identification. As soon as spiritual life you start, this Purusha has to identify with this. Start. Now, Purusha is not somewhere, don't take that he is within you. Lastly, we come to know that he himself I am. So now I have no contact with him because of the pressure of the vasanas. And the vasana maximum, there is no contact at all. So here it says first to start with Upadrashta. Now this Purusha, how he is, how much this has got the identity. How the percentage of identity, how much percentage of identity you have to your own Lord within yourself. If there is no identity, there the Lord remains only Upadrashta, spectator. Whenever you go out of out of your, why you are not able to sleep at night? In the daytime, you do, because according to the situation, sometimes you have to tell lies, sometimes you have to sleep. And when you are telling lies, then that consciousness within, don't do that. You don't listen to him, you shut up. Don't interfere with my affair. We go to the temple, our temples are also closed afterwards, and it is also locked inside. So I lock inside and come out of the temple, thinking that Lord is in the temple, I am perfect, noble person. But as soon as you close the temple and come out, I am a monster. Because here God is not there, he is only locked inside. You mean to say God will remain inside? He is always at your back. Whether you listen to his voice, you can disown him, but he cannot disown you. If he disowns you, you have no existence. He is always to be with you. And if you have no identification, so engage, you are not listening, go, how far you go, he leaves the rope. And when you are in a confused state, in the muddle of affairs, and he alone has to come and help. So I have decided to raid that house. It is rich things are there. I enter inside, pakad liya, pakad. They beat him like anything. Then consciousness says, now lie down dead. So when they find those who have come, when they find he has slept, they all run away. Now the same consciousness says, now get up and run to the hospital. So lastly, when you are in a critical thing, disobeying him, then lastly he has to come and protect. Whispering, Upadrashta, he is only a spectator, go, then I will come to help. No percentage of identification with him. Anumanta, if there is a 20% identity, then there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there 20%. And there, Anumanta, you listen to him, and whatever he says, I follow. A little bit devotion to the Lord stuff. So that much of what is going wrong path will be ready. Anumanta, here it is said, Anumanta, onlooker, and Anumanta, 20% ego has surrendered, he becomes the permitter. Then Anumanta, Bharta, fulfiller. In the Bharta, 40% ego surrendered, and he is the fulfiller. Sri Rama lived 40% identified with his own self. So he had to go through all the, he is what it is called, dharmic, full of dharma alone, he is the dharmista. He has to show the real life to the, what it is called, world. So he is 40% identified, and he went through all the, what it is, grihastha life. He was a sadhu, and he followed dharma. He is devotion, he is respect, he surrender to his father, his mother, his brothers, and the kingdom. So 22%, and he must be a, what it is called, all of us to follow. It is said, live like Rama, but don't live like Krishna. Follow the Gita of Lord Krishna. 20%, the 40%. He is the Bharta, fulfiller, and Bhokta. In the Bhokta, that individual Purusha is 60%. Krishna lived all of his life 60% identified the Purusha, Parapurusha within himself. That is why he could easily face his challenges and problems in his life. He never wept. And his challenges and problems compared to us, look at it, terrible. Atmana vindate viryam. If you live as they identified with the Atman, you extract more and more energy. For what purpose? To face our challenges and problems in our life. Gurudev used to say, you have no challenges and problems, then we will tie you with the two bamboo stick, Ram Nam Sat. Everyone has got challenges and problems. He said, you are not to run away from your challenges and problems. Arjuna wanted to run away from the battlefield, but Krishna never allowed him to go. Krishna was a friend of Arjuna, and Arjuna, he is standing there not to destroy Arjuna, in order to protect Arjuna. Look at the challenges and problems of Lord Krishna. And he maintained always 1.5 inch smile. When he was facing all the challenges and unnecessarily he was to be born in the prison, then afterwards so many demonic forces they are coming, and as a small child how he used to fight with them, where he got this strength? Because he lived as an army. 60% he lived. So it is said, if you are really a devotee of Lord Krishna, that is why live always smiling in all the challenges, sukha dukkha, sama sukha dukkha. Equal mindedness in sukham and dukkham. My devotee. Advaita sarva bhuthanam maitra karuna evacha nirmamo. Then next verse. Yeah. Advaita sarva bhuthanam maitra karuna evacha. Then afterward, sukha dukkha samaha. Your equal mindedness. You have to live like Krishna. In our case, when happiness comes, we walk 2 inches above the floor, and when the sorrow comes, flat on the floor. That is not Krishna's philosophy. That's why for the children we teach. They have got schools in India. Here also, Balavir children, you put smile. What it is said? Keep smiling. We induct then the small child, so he says keep smiling. As they grow also, teenagers, I will always smile. In the funeral also he has got a 1.5 inch smile, and the wedding also 1.5 inch. Why you are smiling? Because Krishna smiled, I am also smiling. 60% he lived identified with the self within himself. That is why he was, without any effort, he can face all his challenges and problems in life. And he enjoyed everything without running after the things. He never ran after 16 women, balikas. He never ran after. Only social reform, he said. They became what they're called, destitutes. No parents will take them back. So he said, I will give you dignity and status. You are all my wife. You cannot claim to look after one wife. It is difficult. 16 wives, 1,000 wives, and plus 8 wives. Is it difficult? Is it easy? He is the Lord of the universe. He never ran after any kingdom. I explained. He is such a diplomatic person. He knew how to behave with others. 60%. Then comes Bharta, Bhokta, Maheshwara. 80% identified. Who lived? Krishna alone lived. When you face the challenges and problems of life, 60%. When he wanted to do things, undo things, and do many things, switch on to 80%. Kartum, akartum, anyata kartum 60%. What all things he has done? Hanuman lifted the mountain like this. Krishna, only one finger. So Krishna is Balavanta, then Hanumanta. If you wanted to know anything about Gita without devotion to Krishna, nothing will happen to you. So 80% identified with the sea, the Maheshwara. Then Paramatma iti, he is also Paramatma. Dehesmin Purusha Paraha. This is Parapurusha. And Krishna himself is a Paramatma. When he has to discourse this Gita to Arjuna, he was 100% with his own self. He made his self alone talk to Arjuna. He was in an inspired mood. And in inspired mood, anything comes from it, it becomes eternal. That is why when Uddhava wanted to know about the Gita, then Uddhava looked at Uddhava, his cousin. Look, in the battlefield, I am in an inspired mood. That way I cannot explain it. Here and there I explain. When Bhagavad Gita, when you say, Sri Paramatmane Namaha, Krishna is great for that alone. 100%, he never came down to 40%. According to the need, he is to switch on and switch off. In him also that Parapurusha alone, in me also the same Parapurusha, in all of us is Parapurusha. But what is our identity with it? To calculate. At least this life 1% identity with him. Try your level best, 1% I live with him. And that will not be lost. Next life he will be born 2% identified with him. 1%. And next life 4%. And like next person 8%. 16%. Our struggle is only 50%. When you keep the money in the bank, it becomes multiplied. Similarly, when you are 50% identity, you are one with him. So the beauty of it is explained that Parapurusha is in all of us, is a one and the same. So it depends upon how much identity we have got with him. Next verse. Ya evam veti purusham prakratim cha gunai saha sarvatha vartamanopi na sabhuyo vijayate ya evam veti purusham prakratim cha gunai saha sarvata vartamanopi na sabhuyo vijayate ya evam purusham veti. It is he who knows this Purusha, the Purusha. Yaha it is said, the meaning, he whoever he may be, without the distinction of caste, creed, nationality, color, whatever he need, intellect. It is not the caste, it is not the what color you are, it is only intellect. Whoever he may be, veti prakritim cha gunai saha, purusha prakritim gunai saha. So analyzed what is prakriti and what is purusha, what are the gunas when he is well established knowing it. Sarvata vartamanopi nasa bhuyo vichayate. He becomes realized, he struggles very hard to lift himself, starts identifying with the Purusha. When the PFD totally merged in the Purusha, that experience is not Parapurusha, it is absolute experience. In the Purusha or the ego or the PFT is totally merged in the Purusha, Parapurusha. Merged. Experience is not about Parapurusha, it is we are beyond the Parapurusha. He realized. And this realized Sarvata Vartamanopi, in whatever condition he may be, sa bhuyana vijayante, he is not born again. Analyzed. He knew what is Prakriti, who is Purusha, what are the gunas I have got, all these has to be analyzed. And by that, by the help of that, I start my sadhana and try to identify with my own self slowly, slowly. That is it. Last item is Bahunam Janmanamante, Jnanavan. Even if you know what Prakriti is, what Purusha is, what are the gunas are, so it will take so many births that one awakening, Vasudeva Sarvamiti. This is all Brahmamayam. For the Bhaktas, this is all Krishnamayam, Ramamayam. You are Shiva Bhakta, Shivamayam. You have to see Shiva in everything. If you are Atma, your own self in everything, it will take so many births that Vasudeva Sarvam Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. They come one in one generation, Yuga Purusha is called. And having come, they clean everything. They are Mahatmas, but they come here to clean the society. And whatever mode of life he is living in that, because this is a prarabdha karma, they say that. Somebody asked Gurudev, how to know a realized man that he is realized? A realized man can be known only by a realized man, not through the intellect. He said, realized men, they have got a tail. And if you find that is realized, go at his back, longer the tail is highest realized. And what he can say otherwise? Nobody can recognize who is the, only you have to raise to that state of. And what is inside, that we cannot make out. Whatever, even they have what prarabdha karma, if we say, prarabdha karma. In their state of experience, they have no prarabdha karma at all, because they are one with the Lord. There is no ego separate from Brahman, they are one with the Brahman. Some of them in the Atmabodham, it is said, Balavat, Pishachavat, Unmattavad, sometimes intoxicated, they talk something, some Pishachavat, Pishachit. So, in Kerala, Ernakulam, Ernakulam, Cochin. You heard? Cochin, that Ernakulam, that Kerala, and if you come to Bangalore also, mosquito. If you go to the railway station, you cannot stand early in the morning. All mosquitoes. So Cochin, it has got recorded mosquitoes, many of them elephant. What is it called? Elephant-like leg, because of the mosquito. There was one Narayana, his name. So what he used to do, later on they came to know he is a realized man. At that time, in order to teach the lesson to all those businessmen, rich men, and there was one hillock early in the morning at 5 o'clock, and the foot of the hillock there was a big stone, just like he will push that stone to the top of the hill, and then he makes it roll down, and when it is rolling down, ho, 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 and those people who are sleeping, these Narayanitil Bhranti. It is Bhranti in the Narayana, that is. And what all things he is to do daytime? He has got some selected house. And he roam about in the main shopping and everything, he will talk and everything. And he has got some houses, he will go collect this much of rice. And he has no home, no utensils, no firewood, nothing. He will enter into the smashana. And at that smashana, then stones are there. He will keep 3 stones and a leftover pot will be there. That he will collect. And many of these smashanas where 2 rivers cross. And in the pot he will collect the water and he bring it, and half burnt firewood already there he will bring, and he light the fire and keep the pot in that. 10 o'clock he will go to the smashana and sit there and boil the rice. Foo, understand? And about 12 o'clock, 12:30, he will eat the food there only in the pot and lie down there. It was one day, Amavasya day, and it was said, Amavasya day, Kali Ma, she enters the smashana. It was at 12 o'clock, she wanted to enter, and she found a man sitting there blowing and doing something. He thought this fellow must have come with some black magic, something must have come. He called one of the ganas and go and tell him, I wanted to enter this smashana, because she thought if she entered this smashana, all of the ganas will finish him off. He sent one of the ganas, tell him what he wants. So I will stand at the gate. Now Kali, at least she is black, and it is, when you look at her, mind becomes calm and quiet. Her ganas, and he was blowing the fire. He saw that monster standing, but he did not taken aback. Oh, you have, what can I do for you? She was taken aback. No, Amma is near the gate. Who is that Amma? You don't know? Kali Amma, Dvija Amma says she wanted to enter, and she wants to know what do you want. Oh, you Kali Ma wanted to give a boon. Okay. Tell her that I wanted to die 5 minutes before. I want to die 5 minutes before my death. Go and ask her. And she rushed to him. Then she said, it is all what decided by the Brahma Loka. How can I make him die 5 minutes early? She wanted reported. Then another boon you go and ask. Then another she came. What she came and said. Then he said, now if she is not able to do that, tell her that I want to die 5 minutes after my death. You know, he has a right leg, he has the elephantiasis, right leg. And whole that town they know because he drags and goes up and down. And second time when he went, she said, that also I cannot do. Go and ask him another boon. Third time. So you, Amma, cannot do these 2 things? Then tell her one thing. I have got a right hand elephantiasis, let her change into left hand. Immediately it is changed to left hand. Next day he got up and he came out and everybody asked, Narayana, what happened? You had right leg elephantiasis, how did it change into? This says. Whether such great men, whether elephantiasis is the right leg or the left leg, what concern they are not the body, they know that. He could have asked, let her cure this, he never asked it. But if he asked to cure it, he has to come again to this world. You understand? That is why after realization they have no demand. So this is what they realized, men, after realization. Na shochiti na kankshati. They have no worries, they have no demand. That is why here it is said, Sarvata vartamano api nasabhuyo vijayate. We have got great men like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. He had throat cancer. If you had asked Kalima, she would have removed. He never asked. Because if it is cured, he has to come again to fulfill that one. Even Vivekananda was told, Narendra, you go and talk to her, what your demand. He also never told anything to her. They have no demand. Even Ramana Maharshi had a right hand cancer. Then doctor came, Swamiji, if you have got cancer, that hand has to be amputated. Amputated? When the diagnosis, when they came, no anesthesis, you do the diagnosis. So you say it has to be removed. Then if anything happens to my head, you mean to say cut off the head? Nothing with realized men. What type they go through that. And they don't want to what it is called, release from that. You understand? Sarvata vartamanopi nasabhuyo vijayate. Okay, we read that. Dhyanenatmani pashyanti Chechidatmanamatmana Anye Sankhena Yogena Karma Yogena Chapare Dhyanenatmani Pashyanti Kechidatmanamatmana Anye Sankhena Yogena Karma Yogena Chapare. So this state of realization, see, according to the percentage of identification, these are the some techniques are given to. Vedanta is just like a medical shop. Varieties of medicines are there. Here also so many patients, different types of patients are there. Each one he goes and that medicine he purchases and takes it and cures it. Similarly here. Those who have got 20% of vasanas, dhyanena atmani pashyanti kechid atmanam. If the 20 is the same thing, in the 12th chapter also it is the same. Mayi eva mana datsva, mayi buddhim niveshaya, nivasishyasi mayi eva ata urdvam na samshaya. For the 20% people, they can just, he wants hook your mind in me, intellect in me, then where you will go, you will with me. You can comfortably meditate. The same thing is explained. Anye Sankhya Yogena, those who have got 40%. Sankhya Yogena, what is Sankhya? 40% it is there. So, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. You understand? They have to, because when you are prepared, you need not run in search of the Guru. Guru will come to you, automatically you will be also exposed to the Guru. And who is a Guru? Who removes your ignorance. So ignorance, Shravana, he gives the knowledge, Shravana, reflection, Manana and meditation. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa, you have to continue by that 20% gone and then you come to the state of meditation. Then if you have got 60% of vasanas, no Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa, no Dhyana, then Karma Yoga. What is this Karma Yoga? Dedicated action. In the 9th chapter, Krishna's simple way of Karma Yoga explained. Yat karoshi, yadashnashi, yajjahoshi, yaddadasi, yattapashchasi kaunteya, tad kurusha madarpanam. You need not become a member or a president of any organization. You understand? This is the internal evolution. For that Krishna says, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever sacrifice you do in your daily life at the cost of your happiness and pleasure, whatever charity you do and whatever tapas you do, Madarpanam, do it as an offering to me. What you eat? Are you non-veg or a vegetarian? What you do? Is it a criminal action or noble action? What sacrifice, what dhanam you do? This charity is prescribed in all the religions. Whatever excess you have got, those who are suffering, you give it. Then what tapas you do? It is not only doing tapas for realization, here tapas to become a brilliant citizen. There also you have to businessman to make money. If you are sleeping up to 8 o'clock and sleeping at 10 o'clock, you will never become a best businessman. In any field of action, be smart. Those people alert, I have explained, sharp, alert, vigilant. That is called the tapas in every field of actions. So what type of tapas you do? Is it spiritual Or is it as ordinary? That also offer it to me. He wants whole life of these 5 items put together is our life. That has to offer it to you. Try this. If you are meat eater, doesn't matter. I am the digester. I am the digest in the elephant also, in the lions also, and tiger also. I alone digest. Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Pranyanam Dehamashata. So when you are doing all unnecessary karmas, if it is noble karmas or it is criminal karmas, all of that also you offer it to me. Why? Because I know that when you are performing any action at the physical level, it is controlled by your vasanas. If the criminal vasana, criminal action, noble vasana, all of them, and offer it. Any action, any food which you are eating, offer it. Then Guru will come. Guru, you know, offering. I am not interested with the mala. Beautiful mala we prepare. I am not interested with the what it is, jalebi and laddus. We prepare jalebis and laddus in His name, and we all only eat it. Does he eat? So he says, offer all these things. Shubha Shubha Phale Revam Moksha Se Karma Bandhane. I will never allow it to breed again and repetition. I will release you from Shubha Shubha Bandhanaihi. So then sannyasa, yoga yuktama comes sannyasa. What is sannyasa? Don't say that not this color. And yoga is not how long you can stand on your head. This will never serve the purpose. Here sannyasa means total detachment from the world of objects. And when total detachment is there, total identity with the Lord within yourself. Vimukto, he will totally liberated. Then he will come to him. This is the karma yoga. Every action because of him alone. So here it is said 3 types. If you got 80% vasanas, then don't sit for meditation. You will not be able to sit for meditation. So you reduce 20%, then come to 60%, or 60% to 40%. Then you start dhyana, what is Sankhya Yoga, Shramana, Manana, Nididhyasa. By that you minus 20% and you have got only 20% of vasana. You can comfortably meditate. Tomorrow is the last day. So all of you come. Whatever you wanted to offer it here. Nanda Nandana Navanita Chora Nandan Vrindavana Vihari Shama Sundara Madana Mohana I bring it down. Shama Sundara Madana Mohana Vrindavana Vihari Nanda Nandana Navanita Choranand Vrindavana Vihari Shama Sundara Madana Mohana वृंदावन विहारी चंद्रवदन सौम्य रूप चंद्रवदन सौम्य रूप वृंदावन विहारी श्याम सुंदर मदन मोहन श्याम सुंदर मदन मोहन वृंदावन विहारी पद्मनाभ पांडुरंग पद्मनाभ पांडुरंग वृंदावन विहारी श्याम सुंदर मदन मोहन श्याम सुंदर मदन मोहन वृंदावन विहारी नंद नंदन नवनीत चोरा नंदन नवनीत चोरा वृंदावन विहारी वृंदावन विहारी ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ओम पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि